DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. The topic of this video is massive production. Massive production. Understand that when you're not quite sure exactly what your long-term process is going to be for being successful, I'm assuming that you want to be successful and you're trying to get to success, you're not quite sure what it's going to be or how it's going to work or if what you're doing right now works. One thing that you can do is produce something productive and useful, and produce it in massive quantities. Why do this? Several reasons. First of all, it will help you start to master a craft. And mastery of a craft, especially one that is useful for someone somewhere out there, will pay off and pay for itself in the long run once you find the right way to market, sell it, and basically deploy it in the world, out in the marketplace. That's one thing. Secondly, it will help build your confidence and help sharpen your discipline, which are necessary tools for success in anything that you do. Third, when you're producing something in massive quantities, especially if it's valuable, once you learn how to get it to the right person the right way and get an ROI for it, well then now you have a business opportunity, especially if you already been putting the time into producing it in massive quantities. Now you already know how to produce it, you already know how to do it. Now you got people who are willing to get it from you and pay you for it. So now all you got to do is just connect part A to part B, and boom, you got a business on your hands. So figure out what it is that you want to produce. Another reason why you want to produce something in massive quantities is because what you do is you separate yourself from the masses of people out there who may be able to do what you do, maybe even do it better than you or on the equal level of you, but they're not producing it in massive quantities. So you'll be able to separate yourself from everybody else because they'll know you, but they're not going to know the other person simply because you're out there more often. You're more visible. Even if your stuff is right now maybe not visible, maybe it's not, again, not getting the traction, not getting the attention, not getting the sales, whatever it is, as long as you keep producing, eventually the right type of people are going to find you and find your thing, and that's going to lead to opportunities for you. And especially in the world that we're in today, you know how people like to talk about receipts. When you're producing something, especially if you're producing in the digital space, everything you produce digitally has a receipt, it has a footprint. It doesn't disappear just because it's quote unquote old, or just because you made it a long time ago. Like I got videos that I put out 10 years ago that people are still discovering today. It's not new to me, but it's new to them because they just heard about it today. They hadn't heard about it yesterday. And this is why, especially again, if you're producing something that's in the digital space, those receipts matter. All right, and they'll be around and they'll be working for you long after you have done the work. So what they can become, once you learn how to do this the right way, once you learn how to market and plan and strategize what you're doing, the things that you're creating now can become assets for you in the future, even though they may not be assets right now because, again, nothing's working for you. But as long as you keep creating and you're creating something that is valuable, it can become an asset. And an asset, financial definition, is simply something that puts money in your pocket. And once you learn how to make the things you're creating now put money in your pocket, and you know how to produce them in massive quantities, now you're creating assets that can work for you when you are not working, or when you're no longer working, or if you're dead and gone and your kids are going to take over whatever you created, or you leave it to your kids might not know what to do with it, but if you help them understand, hey, this is an asset, all you got to do is A, B, C, D, now they can make money off of something that you did after you're gone, which is your duty as a parent anyway. So this is why producing things in massive quantities matters so much. And there's even more reasons that I could give here, but I just want to give y'all a primer, just a basic understanding of this for all of you out there who are, out there working, but you're not quite sure, again, if your work is going to work, or if the work that you're doing, you should even keep doing it. As long as you know that it's valuable, as long as you know there's somebody or some bodies out there who have seen value in it, learn to produce that thing and discipline yourself and structure your life such that you can produce that thing in massive quantities, because there's opportunity there, there's money to be made there, there are assets to be created there, and assets are basically your future success. All right, that's your way that you can eat in the future off of what you are doing now, but you got to have enough of it that it can sustain you in the long run. This is all strategic things that you can put together. I'm just giving you a basic understanding of it right here. But let me tell you how you can get more. First of all, get my daily motivation text by texting me at my number, 305-384-6894. Every day when I send that message out, you'll be getting it. Secondly, my next live in-person event, Work on Your Game Live, is February 3rd and 4th in Miami. Get your ticket by going to workonyourgame.live. The link is in the description below. And third, you want to get access to the next level of the Work on Your Game world. That's joining my university at workonyourgameuniversity.com. You can get into that by going to workonyourgameuniversity.com. That's where my coaching programs are at. All my courses are there. And my monthly physical mailings, my Bulletproof Bulletin magazine, my Masterclass Black Book. I send those out, 2 mailings every month to everyone in my university, physically to your doorstep, not an email, physically to your doorstep. You want to get all of that, go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Join us. Let's take your game to the next level with a real life education, not the garbage that they're teaching you on college campuses. Work on your game. Dre all day.